Alright, what's going on, YouTubers? G-Funk back in the house, doing a post-fight for Danny Garcia versus Ab Judah. And just going to talk about the whole weekend of boxing. A lot of fights on this weekend. You know, if you're a fight fan, you was just like me. You was, watching fights all night long, and it's a good thing when you're, a hardcore fan. I want to talk about the Sergio Martinez fight first. I didn't do a prediction video on that fight. I did mention something about the fight though in my in a video that I did where I was just talking about fights coming up and stuff. Really wasn't that interested in the fight to begin with because it was a hand-picked opponent. It was an opponent that Martinez should have just. Well, he shouldn't have just ran over him, but he picked him so he could just run over him, in front of his hometown fans in Argentina. And I gotta say, man, I thought he lost the fight. Early on, Martin Murray gave away, maybe the first 4 rounds, and he was really waiting and trying to pick his spots. I don't know, maybe he was waiting for Martinez to get tired or something. I don't know, but. He fought very, like I said, very patient in the beginning, and then he started to let loose with some good straight jabs and a right hand to follow, and it was catching Martinez a lot with that right hand, and dropped him in the 8th round. Controversial knockdown. I can't remember what round it was. It was later in the fight, but I really wanted to see an angle where I could see the feet to see if they got tangled up or maybe Martinez stepped on his foot or something. But he did clip him on the back of the head and he went down. But, I really wanted to see a good wide shot of that knockdown just to make sure it was a clean knockdown. But, I thought Murray deserved to win the fight. Obviously, he had to win just about every round to get a split decision in Argentina. But, Martinez, I'm not too sure about the guy's future anymore. He's, to the hardcore fans, he's done, his share of work in the sport. And, maybe it's time to hang him up for him, he's starting to get injured all the time. Like, I guess he hurt his knee in the Chavez fight, needed surgery, and I guess he re-aggravated it again in this fight. Broke his hand during the fight. I mean, seems like the guy's just falling apart, But I mean, what's more important to me besides all the injuries is that the one thing that I feel like he's lost is the reflexes. And with his style that he fights with his hands down, he tries to lure fighters in so he could, make you miss and counter punch you, things like that. It's not there anymore, man. He was getting hit a lot during this fight, more than I'm comfortable with, more than I'm sure he's comfortable with. And that's something that it happens in older fighters. The reflexes go, and then they start to get popped a lot more often, and that's what it looked like to me. I don't think that the hand speed, he still got good hand speed. Looks like he still got pretty good snap in his punches, and the leg movement was still pretty good, other than I guess the knee or whatever. But that was the most important thing to me, was the reflexes look like they're going. If I'm him, I'm looking for a few big payday fights. If he can take some time off and get healthy. I don't know, maybe fight Canelo. If he wants to move down, I mean that's a big fight for Canelo and for him to make some good money, So maybe that's a possibility. There's always people that want to see him fight Chavez again. I mean, there's always money there. If he wants to move up and fight Andre Ward, I mean that could be some good money there too. I say just look for some big fights if you can and just hang him up, man, because I don't think he's got much time left, in my opinion. So, but yeah, other than that, I felt Murray won the fight. He got robbed, and that's all I got to say about that one. As for Zab Judah, Danny Garcia, I did do a prediction video on that. I did pick Danny Garcia to win that fight. You know, I had got a lot of comments on that video, people telling me that, you know, they felt that Zab Judah definitely had the tools to win that fight, and I agreed 100% that he does have the tools to beat Danny Garcia. It's just, would he do it, you know? Could he keep it all together for 12 rounds and get the win? And let's just say the first half of the fight was looking like the same old Zab, you know. After 4 rounds, I could just look at, I mean, I had about 10 people here in my house watching the fights with me, and after the 4th round, we all just kind of looked at each other and like, okay, here's where Zab's going to fall apart at some point, you know. And, you know, he ended up getting hurt a couple times, and then ended up, I think it was the 8th round or something like that, he got dropped by a straight right hand that Danny Garcia hit him with. Right after Garcia got hit with a nice left from Zab, he came back and fired a nice straight right hand and caught him clean, dropped him. It looked like Danny Garcia could possibly knock Zab out after that. I mean, it looked like almost every time he hit Zab, he was hurting him. But you know what? Zab Judah, man, you got to give that guy some credit, man. He showed some heart, hung in there, and came back late in that fight and made it tough down the stretch for Garcia. You know, Garcia looked a little stunned to me, and you know, he even said at the end of the fight that this was the toughest challenge for him so far in his career. And you know, Judah made him earn it at the end of the day, and I like that. You know, and you know, here we are again with Zab Judah. You know, he's probably gonna get himself another title shot somewhere along the line. You know, the guy's like a cat. You know, he's got 9 lives. But you know, you gotta love to see the veterans like Zab who get their shot, really try to make the best of it, even though he was, you know, a huge underdog in a lot of people's opinion. As for Danny Garcia, you know, I really like the improvements that he made. You know, to me, he was kind of like a come forward, power punching type guy, but he did show that he can box a little bit. You know, he's still very flat-footed to me. I mean, it's working for him so far, but I would like to see him work on the foot movement. You know, maybe get a little bounce. You know, a little lateral movement in the ring. You know, but I really like the way he threw a lot of right hands against the southpaw Zab Judah. They were finding a home consistently throughout the fight, and I felt that's what won the fight for him. And he looked pretty good, man. I'm really looking forward to see if he's going to fight the winner of Matisse and Lamont Peterson. That's going to be a hell of a fight later on this month. Can't wait to see that one. And I think whoever wins that fight, fighting Danny Garcia, I think that's going to be another good fight. Hopefully we'll get that before the end of the year. I don't know, we'll see. But 140 is stacked, man. You know, there's a lot of good fighters there, and you know, I would love to see them all fight each other. But you know, the way promotions are and things like that, it usually doesn't work out the way we want it to. But you know, let's just keep our fingers crossed and see what could happen. So yeah, that's all I really got to say about the fights this weekend. Let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna do another video about the big pay-per-view event that's coming up this Saturday. So be looking out for that one if you subscribe to me or if you like watching my videos or whatever. So I'm gonna end the video right here, guys. So you guys go ahead and get at me. Let me know what you thought of the fights. If you agree with me, disagree with me on who I thought won and how I broke down each fight. You know, you're always welcome to leave comments or whatever, subscribe, whatever you want to do. This is The Funk, and getting ready to end this video, so catch you on the next one, guys. I'm out.